There's some interesting things. So let's take a look at some of the clips here. Obviously, the start of it. Let's take a listen.
NCAA 的奇迹，WNBA 的门面，甚至是女篮的希望。
I feel like I probably always had a lot of natural.
She's the miracle of the NCAA to face WNBA and even the hope of women's basketball. And I'm going to be real. Like, I'm not going to, the hope of women's basketball isn't, you know what? Fuck it. I'll say it. Yeah, it was the miracle because
Caitlin Clark appeared in a video produced by a Chinese content creator that has garnered attention online. The conversation, conducted by Teller Tong on YouTube, features quality production and full translation. While Tong's profile may not be immediately recognizable to American audiences, he appears to have significant connections, potentially holding major influence in China given his access to prominent figures like Kawhi Leonard, Cooper Flagg, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Whether these represent actual interviews or simply content featuring these athletes remains unclear, but securing time with Clark demonstrates notable reach. The video opens with strong language describing Clark as a phenomenon for NCAA basketball, the WNBA, and potentially the future of women's basketball itself. This characterization carries weight when examined closely.
Okay, I'll say it. Yeah, it was the miracle because let's be real. As great as Taurasi was, and Taurasi was a well-known player, there were never, and this is where it's a miracle, where there are male children whose heroes and the player they look up to is Caitlin Clark. That is something that I never thought I was going to see. And that's something that I'm actually happy to see. And not in the way of like, oh, you know, it's great to see men having female role models. Like I hope
While Diana Taurasi achieved legendary status and widespread recognition, something unprecedented has emerged with Clark's popularity. Young boys now count Clark among their basketball heroes and actively emulate her playing style. This represents genuinely groundbreaking territory that seemed improbable just a few years ago. This development transcends simple progress in gender representation. The perspective here centers on basketball merit regardless of league, gender, or location /WNBA, EuroLeague, or smaller domestic competitions. Quality basketball exists at multiple levels, and talent deserves recognition universally.
Oh, you know, it's great to see men having female role models. Like I hope I've made this very clear on the channel. I've always been on the opinion that ball is ball. Whether it's men's, whether it's women's, whether it's the WNBA, whether it's EuroLeague, whether it's the Irish National League. Like I've played, the highest level I've played at is the Irish Super League. The highest level like I've played consistently at is fucking, albeit the best team outside of the national leagues in Ireland. But in the Dublin Division 1 is the highest level I've been a starter at. Like, so I've not played at that.
The extraordinary nature of Clark's impact becomes clear when considering that 5 years ago, asking whether a female basketball player would become the most popular young athlete globally and rank among the top basketball heroes for children would have seemed unrealistic. While athletes like LaMelo Ball maintain strong youth followings, Clark's influence specifically within basketball skill emulation, not just broader pop culture appeal, places her in rarefied territory. Comparisons to Stephen Curry's revolutionary impact in 2013 and 2016 feel appropriate. The interview shifts to discussing Clark's influence on aspiring athletes in China. Chinese women's basketball shows considerable promise, with talented young players emerging, including several standout prospects. Reports suggest the top Chinese league player is approximately 22 years old, indicating strong development pipelines.
The Dublin Division 1 is the highest level I've been a starter at. Like, so I've not played at that. I've played at an okay level. I've played against future EuroLeague guys for the national team, albeit at a very young age. I've been around every level of basketball. I grew up watching. Like, I grew up in an era before my parents could afford to put NBA on TV and we didn't have internet, where my basketball heroes were Owen Quill, Bernard Walsh on the Tolka men's team, and then when the Tolka women's team brought over Eva Cunningham, she was the best fucking player in the world to me, to 11-year-old me.
Chinese women's basketball programs are producing more impressive young talent than their male counterparts currently, with Yang Hansen being a notable exception on the men's side. When asked about inspiring young Chinese girls who credit her for their basketball interest, Clark responded enthusiastically. She acknowledged never visiting China but confirmed plans to travel there soon, expressing genuine excitement. The ability to reach such diverse global audiences holds significant meaning for her. Connecting with people from vastly different backgrounds who share passion for basketball resonates with her personal journey of constantly seeking improvement and dedicating time to developing skills. An interesting detail emerges regarding Clark's own basketball fandom.
To me, to 11-year-old me. Obviously, an American player came over and nearly won a Super League for Talca Women's. But that's one of those things where it's like, it is, I do believe that's the situation where you're like, it is a miracle. It's not, if you want to ask anyone 5 years ago, anyone, would there ever be a time where a female basketball player was going to be the most popular young player in the world and was going to be the most popular basketball player amongst kids? Sorry, one of the...
Her favorite male player has been Jeremy Lin, with her social media history from 2014 to 2016 showing extensive enthusiasm for Lin's career. This connection adds an intriguing layer given Lin's Chinese heritage and the context of this Chinese interview. Beyond Lin, Maya Moore has held special significance in Clark's basketball influences. The interview highlights broader dynamics within women's basketball coverage. Some elements of traditional WNBA media have appeared to minimize Clark's impact or treat her dismissively.
I was going to be the most popular basketball player amongst kids. Sorry, one of the 5 most popular basketball players amongst kids. Because let's be real, LaMelo Ball is LaMelo Ball. Like, but in terms of kids emulating it in basketball and not just popular culture for basketball wise, she might be one. She might literally be one. It's like 2016 Steph. But this is Caitlin on Inspiring Girls in China. Let's take a listen.
旁人难以想象的压力，成为全世界的女篮门面，到底是一种什么样的感觉？
This approach misunderstands fundamental audience development principles. Regardless of what initially attracts fans, the responsibility lies in providing compelling basketball that maintains their interest. Various players gained significantly elevated profiles through association with Clark's debut season. Arike Ogunbowale became one of the sport's most recognized international figures following her All-Star Game performance watched by audiences drawn primarily to see Clark. Angel Reese's concurrent rise created additional storylines.
Let's take a listen.
旁人难以想象的压力，成为全世界的女篮门面，到底是一种什么样的感觉？
We talked about the past, we talked about the present, now let's talk about the future. I think you inspired a lot of girls in China, more and more attentions for women's basketball in China right now.
And by the way, there's some good young female players in China, like a lot better than the men's. I'm telling you, obviously they got Yang Hansen in the men's side. There's a lot of good female basketball players, a lot of good young players coming through. I'm pretty sure the best player in the Chinese league is like 22 years old. So it'll be an interesting one to see what happens there.
Chennedy Carter achieved broader recognition through on-court incidents and competitive matchups, with subsequent attention revealing her elite defensive capabilities. Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hull similarly benefited from increased visibility. The fundamental point remains that audience entry methods shouldn't matter when viewed objectively. If players believe Clark receives disproportionate credit, demonstrating superior performance provides the answer. Genuinely dominant defensive performances against Clark have been relatively rare, discounting games where officials allowed excessive physical contact that went beyond legal defense.
There.
A lot of young girls, they attribute their interest to basketball to you.
Cool.
So how you feel about that?
That's pretty cool. And obviously China's not a place I've ever been to, but I know I'll be there very soon. And I think that's super exciting. And I think having that type of reach is something that also has an impact on me. Like, you get to inspire so many different people, so many people from different walks of life, but they all love the same thing. They love basketball and they love getting to watch it and become better at it. And
various teams have struggled to contain Clark effectively through legitimate defensive schemes. During a period when summer basketball typically attracts minimal attention, coinciding with children's vacation time, the WNBA offers accessible, affordable entertainment. WNBA ticket prices remain considerably lower than NBA games, even for marquee matchups featuring Clark. Clark's worldwide influence continues expanding, with this Chinese interview representing another milestone in her growing international presence. The conversation demonstrates her comfort discussing basketball's global dimensions and her awareness of inspiring the next generation across cultural boundaries.
And this will be her junior year in the league. And yeah, man, just an epic time. But let's pull up some of this behind the scene footage. Here go one right here. Here go a clip. Turn it over. Whoops, my bad. And then this is another clip here. This is the big one. So I'm guessing somebody shot this out their house.
Behind-the-scenes material from Caitlin Clark's recent Nike advertisement has captured widespread attention across social media platforms. The sports apparel giant unveiled the promotional spot on Christmas Day, delivering long-awaited news about the basketball sensation's exclusive footwear collection. After months of anticipation and cryptic hints from Nike, details have emerged about Clark's personal shoe line scheduled for release in summer 2026. The launch date strategically positions the debut during her third professional season, coinciding with crucial collective bargaining talks happening within the league. This timing suggests careful planning to maximize visibility during active competition.
The big one. So I'm guessing somebody shot this out their house. I don't know if this was shot in Caitlin Clark hometown, but I think this is pretty. Could you imagine being at the crib and you look outside and it's Caitlin Clark next door shooting jumpers and it's film crew and it's just a bunch of people there? Hey, that's a hell of a sight to see. So it's this new campaign. So what does this say? It says, Nike, this campaign is perfect.
Raw footage from the commercial shoot has circulated online, showing production crews filming in what looks like an ordinary suburban environment. The unusual sight of a major sports star practicing jump shots in a neighborhood setting with full camera equipment created quite a scene for local residents. Imagining such elite athletic talent appearing outside one's home while shooting an advertisement presents a surreal experience. The marketing campaign cleverly focuses on Clark's exceptional shooting ability from extreme distances. Throughout the advertisement, various people challenge her capacity to make shots from progressively difficult positions.
It says, Nike, this campaign is perfect for you to introduce international shipping for your global superstar. Time to make Caitlin Clark merch available from anywhere. Now, when Caitlin Clark merch dropped, that was a big concern. A lot of people overseas were talking about the merch not being available overseas, but this from anywhere campaign has broken the internet.
Boom! Hey, what I told you. No, I'm gonna get on that room. Now he gonna go get on the room. Go get on the...
The recurring theme emphasizes that distance presents no obstacle to her accuracy, building toward the central message about her unlimited range on the basketball court. When Clark's branded products first became available, international customers voiced strong complaints about geographic restrictions. Supporters living beyond American borders expressed disappointment over their inability to purchase her merchandise. This latest promotional effort directly addresses those accessibility issues, suggesting Nike plans broader global distribution moving forward. Multiple supplementary clips from the production have appeared online.
Yeah, you see? Yeah.
Boom!
Hey, what I
That's
told
hard, bro. Damn it. That is hard. This is the actual commercial.
Hey, Caitlin! Can you make it from there? Hey, Caitlin, how about from here?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, she can't make it from there. No chance.
Caitlin, amigo, let...
These additional segments provide glimpses of Clark during downtime between takes, showing her in more relaxed, candid moments. Observers noted her athletic physique appears more streamlined compared to earlier public appearances, with comments about her height and overall conditioning. Recent media coverage has triggered intense scrutiny regarding Clark's professional representation and business arrangements. Agent Aaron Cain's interview with ESPN generated substantial controversy among basketball enthusiasts. Central to the debate are questions about who actually handled initial negotiations for Clark's Nike partnership.
Yeah, she can't make it from there. No chance.
Caitlin, amigo, let... You got it.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Hey, Caitlin from here might be the president. Am I right?
Whatever, Chet.
So right here.
From there!
From anywhere.
All right, well, looks like she can do it.
I think the commercial was dope. I really do.
Unconfirmed reports indicate Clark's mother might have conducted early business discussions before professional management was established. Kane now serves as Clark's official representative through Excel Sports Management, handling contracts for multiple elite athletes including the league's top defensive player. However, uncertainty persists about whether Kane directly negotiated the Nike agreement or if maternal involvement preceded formal representation. Some observers believe Clark would have benefited from signing with larger agencies such as Clutch Sports, which manages LeBron James and numerous other superstar athletes. The debate continues about whether Excel Sports Management provides optimal representation compared to bigger firms with more extensive resources and connections throughout professional sports.
Commercial was dope. I really do. I think the commercial itself was just a great thing. There's more behind the scenes. Here go another clip.
Caitlin.
Let me see. It was a bunch of them that's been popping up. Look, what's this right here?
Yes. Blue's got some power.
Kane's ESPN interview addressed fundamental compensation issues within women's professional basketball. She bluntly stated that adequately paying Clark based on her true value to the sport might prove impossible under existing financial structures. This frank admission ignited passionate responses from supporters who believe their favorite player deserves substantially better monetary recognition. Research conducted by economists affiliated with Indiana University, Columbus produced remarkable findings about Clark's financial influence. Their calculations determined she generated roughly $36 million in economic benefits specifically for Indianapolis.
Blue's got some power. Woo! Yeah. Easy enough. I always stink at games like this. Yes. Blue's got some power. Woo! Yeah. Easy enough. I always stink at games like this. Yes.
Let me see. Here's like another bonus scene.
Furthermore, her individual impact represented approximately 27% of the entire league's total economic effect throughout the 2024 season. These extraordinary numbers stand in stark contrast to Clark's actual playing salary of $78,000 annually. The massive gap between her demonstrated economic value and her compensation package continues driving discussions about fairness within women's professional athletics. Current contract negotiations carry enormous significance for potentially addressing these disparities. Kane stressed that her ultimate priority involves securing improved wages for all league participants based strictly on their athletic performance.
Let's see here, guys. Hold up real quick. Oh, so this is the sweater that she wore in that interview. Caitlin looked like she definitely slimmed down. I didn't know she was that tall. I got these. Let's see here. Has been the topic of discussion for the last pretty much year and a half, especially when it comes to regards to that Nike deal. Well, it looked like she's back in hot water because she
voiced strong expectations that forthcoming bargaining sessions will yield substantial improvements and advance payment standards considerably. Her emphasis on collective welfare rather than individual arrangements earned mixed reactions from different quarters. Most controversially, Kane proposed that the Women's League should potentially separate entirely from its male counterpart organization. She contended that current structural relationships create unavoidable conflicts where decisions benefiting one entity frequently disadvantage the other. Her position advocates for complete independence in making strategic choices that exclusively prioritize women's basketball interests.